Greetings, and today I have another deck video for you guys. So if this is your first time in the channel, I like to make mostly Gwent content, so if that's your thing and you guys like this video, please do leave a thumbs up, it would be great, and subscribe to the channel. So today's deck is it's not a deck that you'd often find on ladder. In fact, you're probably not going to find it there at all, but I thought I'd just throw together a fun little deck. And this is essentially Monster Swarm option number 2, because we all know that when Monster Swarm is played, it's usually, you know, associated with the insectoids. But I thought I'd try the beasts version today. So this will be revolving around beasts, mostly rats, but it's like, you know, any beasts that, you know, could apply would work with this. So obviously, it kind of revolves around the Plague Maiden. The Plague Maiden's ability for you to be able to spawn 7 rats in the same row is actually pretty good. Because you are able to sort of fill up a row relatively quickly. Of course, it's not really something that you'd want to play like, you know, in a long round 3. This does not work well in the long round 3. You want to try and push them down to a short round 3, and that way you can get yourself set up pretty well, then you're pretty much good to go. Royal Decree is, again, it's good for that deck thin. You always gotta have it. Eghern I decided to add in here because you need some sort of tall unit. So this is a card that you want to play round 1. You don't want to play this in round 3, especially because if it gets destroyed, that's kind of a big deal. So you don't really want that to happen. So Eghern is here for that, not to mention his partner Osriel is also here. I call them partners because, let's be honest, Eghern's always an Osriel target. Like, when is it not, right? So yeah, you want to play Eghern round 1. Germain Pecan is a card I added here because this guy summons 4 beasts, which is actually pretty powerful. And that actually helps boost up Bone Talisman, which will actually sort of be your finisher. So if you can try to get as many beasts as you can to the board, Bone Talisman, especially if you have 2 of them, it'll be pretty powerful. Of course, Germain Pecan himself is not a beast, he's a human, which is 1 less beast on the board, but you know what? The 4 beasts to summon is a good backup. Roach is here for 2 things. 1 for deck thin, and 2, it's the second option is kind of conditional, where it's like he's a beast, so he can benefit from the Bone Talisman or even Morvud. Morvud is also here as sort of that beast finisher, right? So again, if you have as many beasts as you can on the board, Morvud will just boost a lot of them all by 1. And again, cards like Morkvarg will not work on him. Well, it'll work, but it's like, it's not gonna be as powerful, you know, compared to a card like Osriel. Like, Morkvarg's perfect on Osriel, but against Morvud's ability, nah. That's why Swarm is actually pretty good against decks like Status Nilfgaard, and stuff like that. Like, Status Nilfgaard is very slow in destroying the units, but again, against a deck like against a deck like Monsters, where they don't have a lot of removal options, they're actually able to keep their engines onto the board, compared to when they go up against Elf Scoia'tael, where, you know, you have the hero power for the, assuming they're using Precision Strike. So the Precision Strike pings, not to mention when they summon the Dryad, they also damage him for 2. So the options for Scoia'tael is just a lot for being able to remove units. Monsters doesn't have that kind of luxury. The Monsters relies on getting big power units, but that can also be a double-edged sword, because that's what Status Nilfgaard wants to do, is they want to target all the big monsters and eat them. And poison them to death, I should say. So I'm sort of trying to put the Swarm approach on this deck. You know, but instead of insectoids, I'm trying to use beasts, so we're gonna see how it works. Mata is there, is good for getting out the Plague Maiden if you need her for round 3. Toad Prince is here because you can get rid of a relatively weak engine from your opponent, plus it's a beast as well, so again, I'm trying to make as many beasts as I can here. Wyvern is a good Thrive beast unit, so it's good to have 1 unit of him around. Harpy Egg, of course, is good. Usually these kinds of beasts you play in round 1, because again, you want to try and focus control in round 3. You already have cards like the Plague Maiden if she doesn't get locked, and also Germain Pecan, I don't know how to pronounce it, my apologies. Yeah, so these cards can swarm beasts onto the field, so you're actually free to use these cards on round 1, gain a little bit of tempo there. If you get blue coin, you're okay with the Urn of Shadows. I was thinking of actually playing the hero power, or the Death Shadow hero power here, as opposed to the Force of Nature, but then I thought it was a little bit too valuable, and the only real card I could really use it on was Plague Maiden, and I feel like that would be just a bit too much. A bit too many beasts on the board. So again, very good for a short round 3, not good for a long round 3. Next, you got the Indriga Larva. It's always good to have a little bit of Thrive. Again, this is going to be a card you'd want to run round 1. You want to build up as much tempo as you can round 1 to try and force that short round 3. And hopefully by then you'll have the Wisp Mother and at least 1 Bone Talisman. Also along with a card for you to, you know, to consume them with. So you want at least 1 Wisp Mother, a Consume, and a Bone Talisman. That's pretty much how you're going to get your that's your kind of your win condition there. It's very situational. Mata does guarantee Plague Maiden to come out though, so that's pretty good. Royal Decree as well if you need Plague Maiden out. So there are options for you to work with. Natural Selection is pretty much the only way monsters get some sort of removal, so I decided to add that in there. Bonus Insectoids, of course, if I exceed the damage, but they're not beasts, so not going to be as useful. Indriga Warrior's sort of that consume unit that you want to have. I think he's my only consume card, which is not good. I might actually just add a Barghest in here. Yeah, I might have to add a Barghest. Because I don't want to get too much on the... Maybe I'll take off the Wyvern and put in the Barghest. It's 1 less beast, but I do need some consume units as well. So yeah, there's Indriga Warrior. We also got the Foglet, of course. You need that deck thin. So Foglet is good for that. And you got the Night Wraith, of course, for sort of being able to spawn more rats. So again, more useful if they get eaten. Not so useful if they get locked or whatever, but you know, we'll see what happens. So I don't have a lot of consume options in here. But I think if it can be perfectly played, then it should be just fine, but we'll see what happens. So I'll take you guys straight to the gameplay. So I did decide to go with the Death Shadow just because of, you know, I think the... Okay, first we gotta get you out of here. So yeah, in a game like this, I'd probably start with getting rid of... The deck thin is definitely a priority. If I can eat something with Toad Prince, I will. If I can remove units with Natural Selection, I will. And Harpy Egg is also a card I'd want out. You can also choose to actually play your Night Wraith now, and then... Yeah, so this should be fine in round 1 as well, so... maybe I'll remove a Natural Selection. Okay, Plague Maiden I already got, so that's pretty good. I actually want to know what he's up to here. Tainted Ale. That's interesting. I could play an Indriga Larva just to see what he would do. I don't have any consume units. That's an issue. I mean, I have the Toad Prince, which does consume, but ideally you want this to be played on your opponent. If anything, I'm almost okay with actually playing Royal Decree to get out an Indriga Warrior. Because again, you're trying to say you want it to be for round 3, right? We'll play the Indriga Larva here. I want to see if he actually tries to use the Tainted Ale on the Indriga Larva. Mastercrafted Spear? So he's just playing all items for now? Is this unitless monsters? I think this is unitless monsters. It has to be, right? There's no way it isn't. My apology. I'm a little bit cold. It's a problem. It's pretty cold up here. It is winter, so the way I was speaking, I was like half shivering when I was speaking, so it's like my apologies. He's not doing anything. It's interesting. Maybe I'll play Harpy Egg. I think next turn I will Royal Decree into my Indriga Warrior. Oh, never mind. That works. That actually works for me. I have nothing to play Natural Selection against, so I'll just Night Wraith.
I shall never be alone again.
I'm just curious what he wants to do with all these items. There's Toad Prince. That's not really much of a threat to me. I can still keep going if I wanted to. If I really wanted to push him, I will. I might even play Toad Prince on the Night Wraith here. I really, like, best case scenario, I want to try and force the short round 3, right? It will get out Roach, but I think that's a good thing. We want him out here, so... Yeah, this will be fine. And it does put us in the lead, so this is okay. That's okay. Actually, now because I have my Plague Maiden combined with the Death Shadow, I could actually play Germain here. I could play Germain here. That's fine. Oh, wrong row. My bad.
Begone! Begone, you devils!
I mean, it is 8 power. I think that's 10 for 8. Again, because of all the beasts, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It would just suck if he has spread damage, though. If he has spread damage, it's gonna suck, actually. Let's see, have, no, Regis wouldn't matter. Okay, that's good, actually, because Epidemic would have been, like, a big answer to us, so it's a good thing he got rid of it. He got rid of both Epidemics, too, so that's good. He shouldn't be able to play them. I mean, can he play them back? I'm not sure. Summoning Circle? I could actually play Eghern here. I really could. I could Will Decree into the Eghern. Yeah, let's do it. If he gets destroyed, it's fine. I don't mind it. At least it'll make him play a card. So like again, like if I can get him small, it's the best right now. That's fine. He can't pass either, so he has to play a card. So I think I'm still pretty good here. So he played a lot of his spread damage cards, which these cards would have actually screwed me over if he would play them in round 3. Naglfar's good, Harpy Beast is okay, and Drigalarva's good. If he dry passes, I play Drigalarva here. I'm hoping to get Osril or Morwood within the next 3 turns, so we'll see what happens. I could have mulliganed. I actually could have mulliganed for something. Actually, Naglfar can get me Morwood out. That'd be great. Yeah. So if I can get at least one of the other 2 golds, I think I'm good. Well, preferably not Mata, because I don't need Mata anymore, right? Oh, actually, that's perfect. Oh, this is actually better. Yeah, I don't need you anymore. Okay. So Mata is coming off from Naglfar. Anything else I'm looking for? Night Wraith would be nice, but... Yeah, this will be... I think this is fine. Let's see what he does. Wyvern Scale Shield. Oh wait, I should have kept the Consume because Plague Maiden. Oh, I forgot. Oh, that sucks. I might have to Naglfar the Mata then. That means I get out Bargus, right? Yeah, I get out Bargus from Mata. But that'd be too many beasts, I think. I have 2 Bone Talismans. I'm good with that. I think I get Mata, right?
Do not make me beg.
That doesn't help me because I only get a 5 cost unit, but at least he gets a 4. He's gonna rely on all boosts to win. That's pretty interesting, actually. I only have one. I might play Barghest here to consume Mata. Because I feel like no, hold on, that doesn't make any sense. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna play all. No, I'm gonna play the Plague Maiden right now. If he locks it, he's got me. If he can lock this, he's got me. Oh, Keltalis. Ooh, Keltalis is good. I don't mind Keltalis. I do not mind Keltalis. I really hope this works, but I'm really not sure. I really hope this works, but again, I'm not sure. Because I don't know how I'm gonna make this work now. Wait. 7... Ooh. Hold on a second. Yeah, I don't think he has any more removal options, does he? I feel like December is like the month of the Swarm deck, you know? Like, this is crazy. Oh, see, actually, Keltalis helps me out a lot here because I can eat and then, like, I can get all these units off, which is actually really good. Like, look at all these rats, man. Like, if I saw this in my own house, I'd be scared to death. But yeah, you guys get the idea. Like, I don't want to BM, but let me just show you the potential power here. I know he passed, which means he gave up, but it's like, I don't know. That's pretty good. So I think I'm just going to showcase that one match for this deck. So obviously you guys know how, like, this deck can actually be a pretty powerful deck. If you guys enjoyed the video, please let me know and leave a like by leaving a like on this video. Comment on any changes you guys would like to make, and other than that, subscribe for more content. And other than that, this is Enzo signing out. I'll catch you guys in the next one.